Good afternoon. Good afternoon from beautiful Miami. My name is Mariam Isa Al Ali Zastapel. I help others embrace their authentic self to serve a bigger purpose.
And my name is Alexander Zastapel. My purpose is to bring out the strength in others so they can take full control of their life and gain all rights to their existence.
Existence.
Yes.
And today, again, another show powered by Purple Circle, our friend Wi-Fi, where we are actually taking you through another topic every single Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. That's 8 p.m. Dubai time. Thank you so much for tuning in for another week. Today we decided that the topic is going to be a topic that maybe some people call it a cliche. Some people might call it, oh my God, there is a lot of talk about it, but there is not actualization of it. And we decided to do it because there's a lot of people who need to hear this topic and understand that it's okay to talk about it. So the topic is
self-worth. Okay, and self-worth is all about, hey, how much do you love yourself? How much do you actually know who you are? Do you understand yourself? And maybe you've been told, by the way, that it's not okay to talk about yourself. It's not okay to what people like might say that you're bragging or something along those lines. And they're telling you that it's not okay. And that could just simply be a sign that they maybe have insecurities about themselves. Okay, so it's okay to talk about self-worth and talk about yourself. And what you should do is figure out who you really are.
Fact.
Yes.
Fact. And many of us actually don't even give ourselves the opportunity to go ahead and look within and ask, am I even worthy? What does worthy even mean? And since you guys know us, we talk always about the definition of the word. So we actually have it right in front of us, not to miss a word of what this definition actually means. So what does self-worth actually mean? It means the state of your existence that connects with the three things: understanding, confidence, and love. Understanding yourself, confidence with yourself, and loving yourself. And then having the sense of belonging to others. What we do as a human is something very interesting. What we do is the following: we go ahead and we just go ahead seek belonging. We try to please other people. We try to please someone else instead of looking within and seeing who we truly are. So what is self-worth? It starts with you. It is your state, the state of your existence, where you accept who you are, you understand who you are, you're confident with who you are, and finally you love who you are. And loving yourself is not something, oh my God, a cliche. It is if you don't love yourself, don't expect anyone to love you or care for you or follow you or anything else that you want them to do. If you don't have it for yourself, don't expect anyone else to have it as well. So this is the definition of self-worth, but make sure that you do it for yourself first. Love, confidence, and understanding for you first. And then you ask for the sense of belonging. Why do we talk about sense of belonging later on? Because many of us seek to belong, but do we belong where you need to belong? When you love yourself, when you understand who you are and have confidence in who you are, you know exactly where you need to belong. You don't belong because you have to belong. You belong because you want to belong there. You want to belong to that specific group of people, right?
Wow. Yeah, and very well said, Miriam. So I know that I personally used to struggle with this big time. I was a comparison maniac, meaning I compared myself to everybody, and I would never actually try to figure out who I was. And maybe this is you too. Maybe you've been going through life not really knowing who you are, and maybe comparing yourself to your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your friends, your family. You could be comparing yourself to so many different people, but here's the thing: God made you who you are. He made your soul, and then he put that soul in a body, and that is who you are now. You know, you are your soul, just so you know, like you're so much bigger than who you think you are. And when you start figuring out and loving who you are, embracing your authentic self to serve a bigger purpose, okay? When you start doing that, you are going to be so much more fulfilled in life. You're going to be more happy. You're even going to look better. As our mentor says, success makes people look beautiful. And coming from someone that hated the way they looked, okay, now I love it. Now I love the way I look.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, what a beautiful man, right? I'm gonna tell you guys, because I'm his wife, I'm gonna share this behind the scene thing. We need the new suits. He's getting bigger that he needs the new suits. We have a big problem now. We have a bigger problem because, again, it's beautiful what he just said. He couldn't accept himself. But when you accept yourself either way. And when you accept yourself, you always try to enhance who you are.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Miriam. And Miriam's been seeing like a lot of the consistency journey in my life. We've known each other for about 1.5 years, and she's seen how consistent I have gotten and in really liking who I am. Mm-hmm. Like Miriam knows, I used to absolutely self-destroy, self-sabotage, just destroy myself like I was nothing. And here's the thing, if you're thinking the same thing, you are something. And maybe you have heard people say that, oh, you are something, love yourself, but really look into yourself. Have you ever taken the chance to look at who you really are? Wow. Have you ever done that before? And I'm talking like going deep, diving deep into who you really are. Because a lot of times we get stuck in the outside world and all these little things that a year from now won't matter. 5 years, you won't even remember. Okay, whatever problem you have going on or whatever thing you think you have wrong with yourself won't even be in existence in 5 years. It'll be something else that you put and casted on yourself. Okay, so just know that there's so much more inside of you, and we're going to be talking about a lot of how you can overcome these challenges and have amazing, massive self-worth for yourself, like I have done for myself finally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
So shall we just start? And
let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do it. So if you've been following the show, you know that we always come up with the reasons. Most of the time it depends on the topic and then what you can do about it. So there are 4 reasons why people are not considering themselves worthy, or as we just call it here, why people have lack of self-worth. Mm-hmm. And I remember as Alex and I were putting this content together, we came to realize that the reason Alex and I we had lack of self-worth was because we consistently compared ourselves with other people. Mm-hmm. Okay, we would look at them, how they look, how they present themselves. We look at their success. We look at what they have, and we keep comparing ourselves. Like even myself. Like I remember looking at, like, for example, a beauty magazine, and I see all these beautiful women, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not tall. I'm 4'11". We're just talking about this with our director Wi-Fi here. I'm 4'11", and I used to think that I am short and ugly. I'm not beautiful, because I need to be tall, and I need to be fair with a tall nose, which is again something else we're gonna long or tall. Long nose.
Like long nose. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, more on that later, right? And I thought I kept comparing myself all the time, right? I kept comparing myself with someone else, especially growing up as a teenager and also in my 20s as well. And I realized that didn't take me anywhere. And that was, the more I was comparing myself with someone, the less value I saw in myself, the less confidence I had, the less love for myself, and the less of understanding for who I am. Mm. And that was actually, it went with me for a very long time until I caught myself. And then again, we're going to be telling you about the reasons for lacking, and then we're going to tell you how we overcome that and how you can overcome that as well.
Yeah, and a quick question I have for all of you is, when was the last time you compared yourself to someone else? Think about a time when you compared yourself to someone.
Yeah.
Okay, actually think about this. When did you compare yourself to someone last? And then, how did that go for you? Like, did it help, like, raise your mood? Like, were you very excited? Maybe you're doing it in a suppressive way where you're like, oh, I'm better than that person. They're below me. And obviously that's not the right thing. But when was the last time you compared yourself to someone that you think is perfect or idealistic or someone that you want to be? Okay. Instead of trying to be someone else, be yourself. Okay, exist. That's called being authentic. Your authentic self. Miriam talks about this all of the time, embracing your authentic self to serve a bigger purpose.
Absolutely.
Okay, so just think about that for a second. And the second reason why people lack self-worth, okay, is failing to recognize great things that they are currently doing. Okay, you're failing at this. You're failing at recognizing these things. And why you are failing is because you're focusing on the wrong things. You're focusing on the 5 things that went wrong that day. What about the other 10,000 things that went right? Right? Like, what about all of the things that are going right in your life? For instance, waking up in the morning. Okay, some people didn't wake up this morning. That's a truth. Some people are not here anymore. What about something very simple as well? You got to most likely eat food. Most likely. Maybe someone here watching isn't eating food. You should be grateful that you have food if you have it. Okay? And if you don't, then you can still find grateful things on this planet because God gave you an amazing soul. You can always find something. Always.
Yeah.
Okay? But what do? We focus on the negative things, the things that are wrong with us, right? Our imperfections, our inabilities. We focus on those things, and what happens? Our tone and energy starts draining. And tell me, you tell me, how does that help you?
Mm-hmm.
How does that help your family when your energy's getting like that?
Wow.
How does that help your friends, right? How can I help Miriam if my energy is gone? If I'm self-sabotaging myself? Okay, if I'm not focusing on any of the wins that we've actually had. Okay, I promise you, if you focus on the wins and focus on being grateful for things, you're going to suppress the negativity and the self-doubt. You're going to suppress it. Maybe it's still a little bit there, but it's going to be suppressed. It's going to be pushed down.
Wow.
If you're going to suppress anything in your life, it's going to have to be that.
Right.
Okay, so definitely figure out what things you're winning at life, what you're grateful for, and what you are currently winning at in life. Okay.
That's good. As Alex said, like, you do 100 things right, and then one thing goes wrong, and you think, "Khalas, this whole week is over. This whole day is over. You're not good enough," and you start going ahead. You go through that down and you start sabotaging yourself.
Yeah.
Like when you understand your self-worth, you understand that sabotaging yourself will not get you anywhere. We're gonna talk about the solutions in a second, anyways, like or what you can do with it. So the third reason why people actually lack self-confidence, self-worth, oh my gosh, is because someone told you that you are incapable of doing something. Someone told you that you are unworthy of something, right? Think about compare, right? Compare, you do the comparing. The other one is someone does it for you. They told you you are unworthy of something, or you are not you don't deserve something, or who do you think you are? Or many people tried and they didn't get the thing that you're looking for, right? And when you are in a position that you understand who you truly are, you will not go there. But many people, think about it. Someone told you you're not worth it. Someone compared you to someone else's success. How many of you guys this happened to you guys? Someone compared you to someone else's success.
Yeah.
This was happening to me growing up all the time. Oh my God, look at so and so's daughter. She's more polite than you. Look at that lady. She is that little girl. She is wearing she is wearing the traditional dress. You are not. She's better than you. Look at so and so's daughter. Her grades is better than you. Look at so and so's daughter in school. They do better than you. And then because you've been hearing it, you grow up with that mindset. You go to university, you hear the same thing. You go to work somewhere, and then you also keep hearing that someone is telling you that you are not capable and you're not good enough. And here's the thing. And it gets a drag with you until you get married. You are in a relationship. And then the person who are with you, they tell you that you are incapable, you're not able, you're not worthy, you cannot do anything, you're not good enough. And it just keeps on piling up. So what happens? Your self-worth goes down. And what do? You try to, let's talk about relationships. Let's talk like you like this guy, okay? And he is he's telling you you're not worthy, you're not beautiful, you're not good enough, blah, 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 and then you are still in that relationship. So what do? Instead of you understanding your own self-worth, as in you love yourself, you respect yourself, you have confidence with yourself, you understand yourself, and instead of you doing this for you, you try to belong. You change who you are. You change your authentic self. You want to belong to the other person. In the definition that we said at the beginning, first of all, you focus on you, your own self-worth, and then you see the environment that you need to belong into. Not the other way around. It's not like, oh my God, I need to make my husband or my partner or my wife accept me, and then I'm gonna go ahead and feel good about myself. Or I'm gonna go ahead and change my morale and my ethics for my line manager to accept who I am, forgetting about our own self-worth. Self-worth starts from within, guys. Self-worth starts with you and understanding who you are, loving who you are, and having the confidence. If you don't, you're gonna go ahead and belong somewhere that you don't belong to. And that goes back to the fact that you were influenced by someone telling you that you are incapable and you are not worthy and you're not good enough. So that's one of the reasons why the third reason why people actually lack self-worth.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I don't think I have anything to add to that. That's so powerful. Make sure you guys understand that piece that Miriam just said. You have to be figuring out who you are instead of trying to please everybody else. It's not the way around. If I do this for someone, then I will feel this way. If you are putting that condition on yourself, it's a recipe for disaster. Wow. Okay, your self-worth will be lowered because you're relying on someone else. And someone else is very complicated. They are 13 trillion cells.
Yeah.
Okay, each person is 13 trillion. So if you're relying on them to be perfect or to like you or always be perfect and loving you, always be doing something in order for you to be happy, it is a recipe for disaster.
Wow.
Okay. So the fourth reason why people lack self-worth is not realizing their true potential and authenticity. Okay.
Wow.
Not realizing their true potential and authenticity. Let me say that again. Not realizing their true potential and authenticity.
Wow.
How many times have you told yourself you cannot do something because? Okay. How many times have you said that to yourself?
Oh my gosh, preach.
You are lying to yourself. Okay, when you say something like that, you are giving power to something else. You're assigning the responsibility. You're pushing all of it away. Like, you can't keep on waiting for something perfect to happen. You really have to figure out who you are, which is your authentic self. Okay, like really going deep and figuring out who am I? Because when you are you, when you are being, which means existing, you are actually being authentic. But when you're trying to please someone else, when you're trying to do something just for money, or when you're trying to fit in somewhere that you know you don't belong, that's not who you really are.
Yes.
Think about it. You weren't born depressed. Okay, that's not being authentic. That's being depressed. You weren't born that way. God didn't make you to be depressed. Okay? He didn't make you to always be anxious about things. Okay? Like, that's not you. Just so you know that. It might even be something that was promoted to you. Are you feeling like this? Are you always depressed? Do you feel like you don't belong somewhere? Like on a commercial or something, right? It's being maybe even promoted to you. And that's being pushed, right?
Yeah, wow.
So that's not who you are, is what I'm saying. And then your potential, if you're saying you can only do so much, you are immediately limiting your capacity. Think about like a bull. It has a certain amount of capacity, right? Like a bull. If you have any size bull, it has only so much capacity. The mistake that you make is you think that you have only so much capacity like a bull.
Wow.
You are not a bull. Okay, you're so much bigger than just a bull. Okay, your capacity is actually infinite. But what you do is you listen to other people, like Miriam said, telling you can't do something, that it's impossible. Don't do that. That's dumb. You can't do that. Or maybe you're telling yourself this. Okay, when you do this, you're simply limiting yourself from blossoming into something so massive that you might not even understand.
Wow.
God has something so big planned for you, but you have to allow him to execute that plan and show you the way, and then you go and do what he says to do.
Wow.
Okay, so your capacity is not limited. Let me repeat that. Your capacity, your potential is not limited. One of my fears is thinking too small. Like simply, like I'm afraid that I am thinking too small in the moment, and I get caught up in these little mechanics, these little details, right? How many of you do that, right? Do you get caught up in all the details, all the mechanics, all the little things, and then all of a sudden you're confused and you don't do anything? That's because you're focusing on the wrong things. You should be focusing on what is possible, what you can do. Because when you do that, not only do you get better, but your family does, your community, your country, your church, everything gets better when you increase that capacity. Because you have room for more.
I love
Okay,
that.
so increase your potential, and then also be authentic. And we're gonna get more into the details, of course, but when you aren't being authentic, you aren't being yourself.
That's insane. Like, we gave you guys 4 reasons, and this is what we talk about every single week with our accountability group. We have an accountability group that we help with their growth for 365 days.
Yes.
Every single week. This week's topics is about self-worth. Last week was about growth. Next week is going to be about celebrating your goals. And every single week we come up with a theme. And in these themes, we actually help our participants apply self-worth. So what we're going to be doing now is just we're going to be showing you what you do with it.
Yes.
If you want to go deep on how you want to go ahead and apply self-worth for your life, join us in our accountability group. All what you need to do is to go to clearandconquer.com/goals. That's clearandconquer.com/goals. So this is the 4 different reasons why you lack self-confidence, self-worth. What do we keep calling it? Self-confidence. Lack self-worth. And by the way, this is a Clear and Conquer Live. We come to you guys every single Tuesday, 8 p.m. Dubai time, 12 p.m. Eastern.
Every single Tuesday.
Every single Tuesday.
Every single Tuesday.
Exactly. And so what should you do now? What should you do to seek self-worth? We spoke about a lot of things. So what do you need to do? This one is my favorite. When I was, as I mentioned, like I was being belittled when I was growing up because my mom passed away. I didn't have any emotional support. Women will go to my grandmother with me listening, telling her, oh, when she becomes an adult, by 17, 16, she should just get married. Marry her to anyone without a dowry, without a wedding. It doesn't matter. Just do it, And for a very long time, I thought this is my life. Like, this is how my life will be, right? And I was looking, like, I was not looking up, I was looking down. I was looking down on who I am. I was just, I cannot talk to people. Although I was born with the gift of being social, that gift was suppressed because I couldn't even practice a natural gift that I have. Anyways, so the thing that I did in my life personally, and it showed me that that I am worthy, is investing in myself and in my personal growth. Not only investing, applying it. So I go ahead, invest in Maryam Al-Ali, and not only in this physical body, because here is the thing, guys. What does self-development mean, or self-development or self-growth mean? Self is your soul. So what am I doing to grow my soul? When I started growing myself, as in growing my soul, investing in myself, I came to realize I am worthy. In my eyes, I am worthy because I am educated. I have knowledge. I can help people with that knowledge. And knowledge is like a weapon for me. It's a weapon that I can go around and spread all this beautiful knowledge that I have that people need for them to go ahead and conquer their existence, right? And it's beautiful, and it's a blessing when you come to understand that You are worthy because you have knowledge, because you choose to invest in yourself and apply. I invested a lot in myself. I invested a lot of money investing in Maryam Isa Al Ali's Zarsibel, right? But not only money, the time that I put in investing myself, the energy I had to put in myself. People will use the holidays and breaks to go on vacations. I will use these holidays and breaks to go to conferences and learn and educate myself. And this is how I saw my self-worth rising, because here I see value in me. And there is a beautiful law called the law of the mirror by Dr. John C. Maxwell. It says that you have to see value in yourself to add value to yourself, right? And it's beautiful because here you understand that you are worthy. And worthy, what does worthy has? Three things. If you think you have self-worth, confidence, understanding, and self-love. And then you go ahead and look for where you need to belong.
100%. I love that. And here's the thing: if you guys aren't catching this, I would actually recommend that everybody takes notes on this, because this is pieces that successful people use in their life every single day. If you look at successful people, they don't destroy their minds all of the time. I mean, they're not perfect, but they don't keep on self-sabotaging themselves to the point where they don't get anywhere. And investing in ourselves is exactly how we got here. Okay. And if you're not investing in yourself, if you're not changing, how do you expect to change?
100%.
Okay. How do you expect things just to get better, just not touching it, right? Like it's just going to get better without doing anything. How does that make any sense? But the thing is you were never told to invest in yourself. After college and high school, you were like, just go get a job. You're going to be fine. Just go get the job. Everything's going to be fine.
Yep.
And then 76% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. I bet it's about 98%, 99% that are terrified right now because of gas prices, because of the market getting destroyed right now, Bitcoin destroyed, inflation going up, a lot of world change right now going on. Okay. And there's news about other stuff too that I don't even want to mention. Okay. Most people are scared and terrified about those things because they were never being in themselves. So they're not in the position to be confident still and show up on live right here and do things that they're supposed to be doing. And instead they're just worrying about what is going to happen instead of taking action, preparing, and having a plan. So I just want to mention that because
that's powerful.
Like investing in ourselves, I'm telling you, you look at any successful person other than ourselves, they will say the same exact thing.
Every single person, every single one we know, every single mentor we have, every single person I've been in their presence and they were authentic and successful, they had some investment of some sort in themselves. They had some investment. Like I'm gonna tell you, like if for the people who devalue investing in yourself, for example, you go ahead and you know what, you say, you know what, I'm gonna pay 5K to go to a conference for like a weekend conference. And someone will say to you, oh my God, what are you doing? 5,000, go watch it on YouTube. Go watch it on YouTube. Why do you have to 5K? Who is gonna pay you? You're gonna pay for everything? You're gonna waste your weekend on this? Because they don't understand. They don't see it as something worthy, because people who don't invest in themselves, they don't see any self-worth in themselves, and they go ahead and try to destroy someone else who want to go ahead and boast their own self-worth. And it's beautiful for me to see that people, regardless of all the challenges, they go ahead and continue investing. That's why we say you need to be around the right people. Again, it's another point we're gonna mention in any second anyways. So investing in yourself, it's a shortcut. You still need to do all the work, but investing in yourself is a shortcut to success. But you still need to do the work.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And the second thing that we want all of you to work on in ways that you can embrace your own self-worth is being around people that are going to accept you for who you are.
Let's go.
Okay, if people are not accepting you when you're going to something like that, when they're belittling you, when you want to work on yourself and become better, okay, when you actually want to improve, and they're saying that that's dumb, that's stupid, why do you keep on going to those things? $5,000, oh my goodness. Okay, if people like that are saying that to you, then you need to reevaluate who you are surrounded with. Like, you really need to reevaluate all of these things. And when it comes to family, if it's family, that's a whole different conversation. Reach out to me on how to handle something like that specifically. Yes, 100%. This is what I do. And by the way, I used to be scared about these things myself. So it's very terrifying to go up to people that you've been around with your whole life or for 10 years of your life and confront them on these things, on these pieces, so you can actually flourish and prosper into the person that you want to become. There's people that are stopping you right now and you're letting them. Okay. It's the hard, cold truth. And it sucks, by the way. Like, I do not like that truth. I did not like it when I heard it at first. I ignored it. I tried to push it away, but then it kept on coming back.
Wow.
Okay. So who are you surrounding yourself with? You may have heard this before, right? You may have heard the people that you are surrounding yourself with are the people that you become, but you're still choosing to go out on the weekends and drink like I did. You're still choosing to hang around with the friends that are telling you that that is completely dumb.
Yeah.
I actually stopped telling some of them about it because I didn't want to hear what they were like. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to actually listen to that. And instead, I should be able to say things like that and embrace it. They should be supporting me. They should be like, Alex, you are going to go so far. I hope you achieve all that you are saying that you are going to achieve.
Wow.
And I really respect you doing that because I'm not doing it myself.
Wow.
If someone actually said that, then I'd be like, wow, the courage to say something like that, but they're not gonna say that, right? And that's completely fine, by the way. There's nothing wrong with people having that kind of life. It's just that you need to know, in order to actually have your self-worth and trying to please them, okay, you need to be who you are. You need to connect with yourself and align yourself to who you are and bring out that true power inside yourself.
Wow.
Okay. And again, family, completely different. Okay. There's a complete different way to handle that, but definitely confront people that are trying to do this because they might not realize that they're doing it to you.
Wow. That's powerful. Be around the right people who accept who you are. Guys, I don't think you understand not all of you, but many people don't really understand how important this is.
Yes.
People accepting you for who you are. You know,
Mhm.
I have so for example, if I'm going to talk about my circle, because Alex is part of my circle, so for example, people around me, they accept me for who I am. My husband here, our friends, Wi-Fi, his wife Natalie, Julian, Alejandra, Joshan, Autumn, Gary, Brecca, Sage, Aria, all those people, they accepted me for who I am. You know, I have also my friends in the Middle East, Fatima, Aisha, my auntie, my family. People accepted me for who I am, right? I remember there was something I did last year that many people thought, oh my God, you know, I stopped wearing my scarf, right? I'm Muslim, so I stopped wearing my scarf, and it was amazing how many people decided to leave my life, right? And what did we say about self-worth? It has three things: understanding yourself, loving yourself, and having confidence with yourself, and then belonging. I don't want to belong and then go ahead and find my own self-worth. And it's amazing that people if they say, oh, if you want us to respect you, do this, this, this. Some people tell me, oh my God, you're talking about purpose and you're talking about authenticity and you're talking about this, 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 and you're not wearing your scarf. How is this related to that? Oh, wear your scarf first and then we're gonna listen to you. I've been talking for years. You didn't listen to me anyways. So the idea of it, guys, is it's who you are, with a scarf or not, with a certain favorite food or not, with a certain, if you like brands or not, or whatever, you are different. If you have people in your life that accept you for who you are, it's a blessing. It's a blessing for people to embrace and accept who you truly are. It's truly a blessing. So hold on to that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Beautifully said. And we could give you so many examples, but we will keep on going since we want to make sure we get everything for y'all. If you want to do the third point.
The third point, guys, on how you can go ahead and make sure that you boost your own self-worth is my favorite topic. You want to know your own self-worth? Find the reason for your existence. Find the reason for your existence. Why are you here? Why are you in this universe? What is your role here? You are not here to get a promotion at work. You're not here just to get married. You're not here just to have children. You're not here only to go get a job and get a promotion. You're not only here to go get a PhD. You're not only here to go ahead and have a nice mortgage and have a mortgage to buy a house. You're not here to only get 3 cars in your lifetime. You are here for something bigger. We call this your calling, your purpose, the reason for your existence. And many people devalue that topic, the reason for your existence. If I'm going to make this topic about how to make money in 10 days, everybody will come because you care about the materialistic world. But I'm talking about within your purpose, the reason for your existence. You want to every single person, I help them find their purpose. In the past 10 years, I could tell that they understand their self-worth. They understand who they truly are. They know that they are bigger than this physical body, right? They know that God created them here in this universe for something bigger. And it's very beautiful to see people finding their purpose and going after it, because when you find your purpose, you understand that you are not just a number in this universe. You're bigger than just a number or someone else's perspective of you. It is so powerful that it is so powerful and so true that people who are fake and inorganic or artificial, let's say, they don't want to hear that. If all you care about is the biggest house and the biggest car and the biggest this and the biggest that, you're going to attract those people, and it will feel that your self-worth will be like, oh my God, he got a limbo. For me to be of a worth, I need to go get a limbo myself. Oh my goodness, they got a 3 floors a villa. For me to prove my self-worth, I need to go get a 3 villa as well. Oh my God, he got like, oh my God, they went to the Maldives for summer. Oh my goodness, for me to actually show my true self-worth, I need to do that. When you find your purpose, you understand, yes, you want all this. Of course you want all this. You want to enjoy what life has to offer for you. But at the same time, you need to know why. Why are you here? Why are you here? This is the most popular thing I do and the least in attendance. Let me say it one more time. It is the most popular thing I do. Everybody knows me for purpose, but it's the least attended by numbers. Why? Because people are not ready to go that far. It is only the courageous ones who say, what is more there for me? How does my life actually matter? When I ask people and I say, what's your purpose? Oh, my purpose is to help business owners. My purpose is to help empower women. My purpose is to educate children. My purpose is to take care of my family. These are not purposes, guys. These are missions. You have a purpose, you have missions, you have goals, and then you have targets. And many of us, we think these are missions. They're not. This is your purpose. How do you know if it's a mission or a purpose? So how do you know if it's a mission or a purpose? Yes. If you put a group of people in a category, it's considered a mission. Women empowerment is a mission. It's not a purpose because it's a group of women, right? Business owners is a mission. It's not your purpose. Habibi, when you were a little boy or a girl at 2 years old, you had no idea there is something called business owners for you to help. It's something that came out later on in your life. You have one reason. Sorry, there is one reason. There's one purpose, but there is multiple ways for you to live your purpose. So when you understand the reason for your existence, when you understand who you truly are, you understand that you are here not for a number, you are here for a specific, real reason. So what's your purpose?
What's your purpose?
What's your purpose? Tell us what's your purpose. Yeah, exactly.
So an example that I always like to give is when someone says that their purpose is to take care of their kids, whether they're a father or a mother, either one. When they say that is their purpose, okay, that's my purpose. My purpose is to take care of my kids and make sure they have a great life. That is great. You should definitely do that. And that is a mission. And the reason is the mission is because, let me ask you, what happens when they're out of the house and they're not paying attention to you anymore? What happened to your purpose that God gave you? You just don't have a purpose now anymore, okay? Or you got to go find a new one. God gave you a purpose, a really big purpose, much bigger than one area of life, okay? And think about it. If you are doing something much bigger than one area, think of what that does for your kids. Think about it differently. Don't think about, only providing food. Like, that's important. Obviously, you need to do that. You need to make the money so they can be provided for. But if you're only thinking like that, again, I talked about potential earlier, you're literally suppressing your own potential. Or maybe someone else is doing it to you and saying that that's all you're good enough for is to be a mom. Or that's all you're good enough for is to work for the kids. Or that's all you're good enough for is to be a dad.
Wow.
Right? Think about when people are saying that kind of thing to you. How does that make you actually feel? Right? You know there's more than that God created you for. He did not put you on this planet to just be a mom, just be a dad, just have a job, just work 9 to 5, just go to college, just get a degree, just go to high school. Even if you don't like it, you're going to go to high school, mister.
Exactly. My God, you don't go to college.
Miss.
Yeah, exactly. These days, if you don't, what do you want people to say about us? And then the Middle East is like, it's all about what will people say about us. But it's sorry, as you said, Alex, like not to
go ahead.
cut your train of thoughts.
Miriam has great things to say.
Like you, I mean, to get one to know. So it's beautiful because, like, you understand now that you are not only one area of your life, you are life. You know, you are more than one thing. Like, and again, you understand that whatever happened to you in the past, khalas, it's in the past. Oh, when you tell your children, oh my God, this kills me when I hear parents say that. Oh, I gave up on your dreams because of you. Because of you, I didn't pursue your dreams. Because of you. Excuse me, ma'am or sir, you're the one who decided to bring that child into the universe. It's not their fault. It's on you. You actually owe them. They don't owe you anything. You're the one who brought them into this universe. You are responsible for providing them with everything, but you have nothing to do with their dreams. Do not touch their dreams. Maybe this is a topic for another day. Do not touch the dreams of your children, because when God gave you a purpose, He gave your children different purpose than you. You know, so you understand your self-worth when you know exactly what is your definite purpose in life is.
100%. It's a complete shift and change of everything in your life. And think about all the things that you are. You're more than just a dad. You're also a good coworker, right? When you're at work, are you just thinking about your kids the whole time, or are you trying to provide a service? You're also a good worker.
Yes.
You're also a great person. You also are maybe a husband. You also are maybe a wife. Okay. You also are great at X. You also are good at this. There's so many things that you are. You are not limited to just one thing. Okay. Your purpose, again, is so much bigger than just one thing or 5 things. Okay. God created you for this experience to be put here for something much bigger than just a certain thing. Okay. Just realize that and then work on this too. We talked about growing and developing. Don't expect for all this to change all of a sudden without working on yourself.
Wow.
Okay.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Actually, I'm going to share with number 4. Okay. I'm going to share number 4 and then we'll go over everything. So do not compare yourself. We talked about this earlier. Do not compare yourself. Learn from others. Just because someone has a gift and you don't have that doesn't mean that you are worthless, okay? What I used to do, I love my sisters and they have amazing gifts that I do not have. But I used to compare myself to the things that they had, such as one of my sisters had a photographic memory where she could go through school more fluently. And she put a lot of work into it still, but it was much fluent with her. Like I had all these like knocks on the head basically when it came to school, and I compared myself and I'm like, well, why am I not like that? I'm like, I would go down into someone that, no confidence, no trust in myself. I was completely comparing myself. And I did that so much to the point where I put myself in depression. I put myself into a situation that I did not need to be in. I attempted suicide at age 19. Okay. I got that far into depression where I did not have self worth. Okay. Obviously, I did not have any self worth. Again, tried to commit suicide at age 21. Okay, I started being an alcoholic at age 21, full on alcoholic. I dabbled in different drugs. I started hanging around with those kinds of people, which nothing wrong with nothing wrong with them either. It's just that they're doing the same thing, right? They're being influenced by other people and doing that when they also don't realize that they have something much bigger in themselves as well.
Yeah.
But guess what happens when everybody's doing the same thing? You think it's the right thing to do, or you think that's what you're supposed to be doing. So I fell into this trap of being very depressed, attempting suicide, no trust or belief in myself, no self-worth. I didn't value myself. I didn't think I had potential in myself until one day I read a book by Grant Cardone, and he was talking about potential inside of it. And that's why I talk about self development so much, because I finally saw that if someone else can do it, so can I. And I didn't need to keep on comparing myself to other people, because that didn't do anything. It didn't solve anything. I wasn't getting anywhere. In fact, I was going the other way, obviously, right?
Wow.
So when you get yourself in that kind of a hole, I honestly would really prefer that you just reach out to me, because I can help you get out of it.
Yes.
But when you get into a hole like that, realize that you're going into that hole at that time.
Wow.
And really recognize that and start going the opposite direction, which the opposite direction of a hole is the clouds, which is where God is.
That's God.
So start going the other way. Do not go down towards the earth. That's the wrong way. Don't go into that hole. Don't allow yourself. Even don't let anybody tell you that either. If people are telling you this type of thing, I was bullied in school too and things like that. Not really hardcore, but I was. And I was allowing people to step on me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Comparing myself and keep on comparing myself, and it wasn't not getting me anywhere. Yeah.
That's insane. And think about it, guys. Like wherever you are here, like whether you believe in yourself, whether you have self-worth or not, you need to understand what just Alex mentioned here. Like when you are self-sabotaging yourself, when you start keep pulling yourself down, everything else goes down.
Yeah.
Not only as self, which is again brutal, it's everything around you. Your family, your job, your spirituality, everything goes down. And it's one area of your life goes down, it drags the rest. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And when you understand the idea of self-worth, just what Alex said, you do something, you feel like you're not worthy of it, do the other thing. What would you do on the opposite direction?
Yeah.
Because we promise you, the devil shows up. The devil shows up when you are serious about the thing you want to do with your life. The devil will show up, for example, some of you guys, oh my God, this is amazing, great content. I cannot wait to go ahead and implement it. Guess what? Once this life is over, you're gonna go by your day to day. And tomorrow you're gonna forget 90% of what we just talked about here. You need to go ahead and execute at least 3 things you learned from us today. At least 3 things. Is it gonna be finding your purpose? Is it going to be you being around the right people? Is it going to be you reassessing and evaluating your own gifts and what you actually have for you to get to your own self-worth? And that in itself is a blessing.
100%. Yeah. And Miriam finally learned, because Miriam went kind of not the same journey, but she also self-destructed.
Oh, I did.
Self-sabotage.
I did.
Most people do on this planet, and it just doesn't do anything for you. So one more thing on this point: when you are in this depressive state, this is for everybody that has been depressed or is depressed, or thinks that they're not good enough, thinks that people are better off without you. Just know that in that state, that is actually not true. Okay, it is not true. You're lying to yourself, And maybe it's for a whole bunch of different reasons, but know that it's not true. You're lying to yourself. And the truth is if you got better, when you got better, everybody that you think would be better off without you would actually get better as well. So all you really have to do is get better and find a way. There is ways. If I can do this, I promise you, if I can do this, if I thought I was the most dumb kid on the planet, I literally thought I was an idiot. Okay? I thought I was so stupid, ugly as beep, you know. I thought I was just this nothing. I thought I was nothing. If I can come out of this, let me tell you, if I can come out of this and get to the point where I am right now, so can any of you. I don't care what race you are, what age you are, what gender. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Any of you can get out of this.
100%.
Get out of what you are in right now if one of you are in this situation.
Wow, that's beautiful. I mean, guys, like a round of applause to us. Don't you agree that, mashallah, he is so handsome? Did I marry a handsome man or what? so guys, like it's about you, like as he said, it's about you, like understanding who you truly are, like your own self-worth. If he got away, got out of it, everyone can. Self-sabotage is so brutal. I'll tell you what I was doing. I was actually self-sabotaging. I don't think I shared this online before, but I will do it right now. I was self-sabotaging myself. I had no self-worth as a mission growing up. And one of the things I thought, oh my God. So at the beginning, I didn't love who I am. I didn't understand myself. I didn't even have confidence in myself. So these three things were absent. What was I seeking? I was seeking belonging to other people. And I remember when I was going to school and everything, everybody would be telling me, oh, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're short and fat, you're short and fat. And this is what I hear, short and fat and black. Dark, you have a dark skin, like it's a bad thing. I don't know, anyways. So it was really like it was not something nice for me to hear. So since I was a teenager, I was struggling with the weight loss, right? And I remember like doing some really I was taking pills, you know, like they said, okay, lose weight quick pills. I took them. They guess I lost weight, but it destroyed my health, right? I would do like these different recipes of like some soup that is so not tasty, and I would only drink soup for like a whole week. You know, all what I was trying to do is I want people to accept me. I want people to think that I am beautiful and I'm thin and I'm whatever it is, right? And then when I found my purpose and I started working on myself and understand and everything we just told you guys, working on my growth and being around the right people and everything, I started, you know, losing weight or being fit the right way, you know, the right way, going to going to the gym and eating healthy and stuff like that. And now I look at myself in the mirror. Sometimes, some part of the year, I look a little bit, you know, sometimes I look thinner, you know. It's me. I don't worth Maryam any less. I used to look at myself in the mirror and physically hit my body, physically hit my tummy. Why am I so fat? Why am I so fat? When am I gonna lose weight? People will make fun of me. I want to wear something nice for people to understand that I am beautiful, and I would hit myself physically. You know, I go to the gym, or even when I would still go to the gym, but I would still be forcing myself. It's forced, not like enjoyment or like about being healthy. It was about, you know what, I need to look good. I don't care what I eat, as long as I lose weight. It's amazing to me that from that to this, I'm accepting who I am. You know, size 0, sometimes I go to size 4, sometimes I go to size 6, and then I go back to size 0. But it's still, this is who I am. There's always different parts of your life that sometimes you go and gain weight or lose weight. It has nothing to do with your self-worth. When you understand who you are, you understand you are more than this physical body. Mm-hmm. You understand you are more than this. And it's beautiful when I see people actually accepting their own self-worth. And as Alex said, nothing we mentioned here you cannot do. You can, because we did it. We did it. And it's actually a pleasure for us to share how we did it.
100%. Thank you for sharing that, Miriam. And I hope some of you are inspired by this, because I'm sure and very certain that you can think of a time where you went through something similar. Maybe it wasn't exactly what she said or exactly what I said, but I'm very certain that all of you can think of a time where you were doing the same thing and literally almost beating yourself up physically.
Yeah.
Maybe beating yourself up physically as well. I actually have done that myself too. Now that I think about it, brought back a memory. But here's the thing, just know, like Miriam said as well, you can get out of these situations. You just have to change and you have to start growing. You have to start changing something. Because if you're expecting something to happen, if you're expecting for something different to happen in your life, something maybe making more money, not being depressed, not self-sabotaging as much anymore, if you're expecting those things to happen without doing anything, that is the definition of insanity. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So allow someone to help you. Okay, allow us to help you because we can. We're very qualified in this area, extremely qualified. Yeah. And we know exactly how to get out of that and also into very prosperous things in every area of our lives. It's not just like we have money now. That's not the only thing. Okay, and we want to make this very clear. We're not just working for money. We're working for something much bigger. Okay, something much bigger. And you, I'm talking to you, can do the same exact thing. There is so much abundance of everything on this planet. It might not seem like it right now, but there is an abundance of things waiting for you on this planet right now. All you have to do is change.
100%. And that's really beautifully said, Alex. I don't have anything else to mention, but just to thank everybody who's here.
Yes.
So thank you guys for tuning in to our Clear and Conquer live. Today's topic was about self-worth. We come to you guys every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. Dubai time. That's at 12 p.m. Eastern. And we talk about different topics that is, again, that we invest heavily with our accountability group. If you guys want to be part of our accountability group where we hold you accountable for your success for a whole year, and you meet Alex every single Sunday to go ahead and coach you on one of these topics, by all means, reach out to us. We'd love to help you with that as well.
100%. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have an amazing rest of your week.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.